Hello again, Andrew with fixandsold.com, and welcome back to another potential run through. And this is really a great video for those of you who are what we would call starter, newbie investors, people that are researching, caught the real estate investment bug, and thought, hey, you know what? I'm going to jump out into my market and I'm going to buy a fixer-upper house, and I'm going to flip it. I'm going to make all that money like I see those guys making on HGTV. And the caution about that is that this house right here, the person that started this project was probably just like you when they started this project. They were going to buy this house, they were going to renovate it. You can see some of the repairs that they started. They've got some replacement siding in here. They started painting inside. It's a great house. I can see why they'd want to flip it. It's on a little hill. It's in a decent school district. And this house could have been a great project for someone. But the key to real estate investing is, number one, if you're starting out like this person was, you don't want to jump out here and try and flip this house. Because when you do, you're going to get caught up in what this guy got caught up in, and he lost the house. So this property was partially financed. He jumped in here to make the repairs. And you'll see they started painting. You can see the outlines of where from the new construction, back in, this house was built in the late 80s, you can see where the painters came in and sprayed a bunch of trim cabinet doors. Out here were sprayed at one point. This is an OSB floor. You can see they had a leak in the corner right here. And so this investor got in here, and this is where he got. He got some paint work done, he did a little bit of everything, and lost the house. And so now we're able to come in here, and this is the smartest move for a starter investor that you'll ever make. Partner with somebody like fixandsold.com, where you can use a credit card to get started, and you walk into a project like this. This house, we can buy this house right now for about probably $120,000 to $150,000, depending on how we negotiate. We're going to come in here. We're going to spend about $30,000 to fix it up and bring it back the way that it should be. And then we'll turn around and we will sell this house for upper twos, $250,000 to $300,000 is where this house will go. And there's a lot of things we would do. We would take out this railing right here. We would blow out this tile right here. We would put granite on this countertop right here, and we'd build a little lip above it to make it an actual bar height. Come in here with engineered hardwoods through this common area here and out into the foyer here. Paint, light fixtures. You can see they've got a little drywall damage up here. You can see how long the house is sat. See how the blades of the ceiling fan have bent down. This house is rode hard and put up wet, is kind of what we want to say in the business. And when you look at deals that we've done, we've got one on site that you can see that is a perfect example of what happens in this model. We partnered with a homeowner on that deal, and their house as is would have sold for about right around 100,000, 80 to 100 depending. And so in that house, this house is in worse condition than theirs. But that house, we did $20,000 worth of work for those folks. We finished it last Thursday. It was listed on Friday, and it is under contract 2 days later for $210,000. So more than $100,000 than what they would have gotten for it as is. So that's the magic of what we do. We are what we call a vertically integrated model, and that's just a fancy way of saying we do it all, turnkey. So you can sit as an investor, instead of buying it like the poor soul that bought this one and thought they're going to make all that money like those folks you see on TV. What you see on TV isn't real. I'm a fourth generation contractor. We got our own crews. This is what we do every day. And we share our knowledge and leverage our abilities with folks like you who provide capital so we can purchase and turn properties just like this one right here. And the beauty of this model is we can do this all over the country. You know, it's got nice sized bedrooms, dark paint, wallpaper borders need to come out. People fuss about these windows. These are single pane windows. No one is ever going to pay you any more in a flip house for Thermopane windows. If the windows are totally defective, you may want to change some of them. But typically, even you'll see some Thermopanes where these are single pane, but you'll see Thermopane windows which are a double pane where the seals are blown. If this was a Thermopane right here, we just replace the unit. We keep the windows. We minimize expenses. You want to get rid of brass where you can. Someday brass will be back in fashion, but it's not. You want to make sure you have door stops so they're not going through the walls, even on your flips. And you can see what these guys were doing. They've come through and marked everything up. But again, the border, the ceiling fan, this is the master in here. So we've just put a decent 30-ounce carpet in here. And you can see what we use on the job we just did up in Sugar Hill. The color is comparable. That's not normally our carpet that's in there. Here we probably would leave this tile in the bath. We'd paint the cabinet. We'd change the faucet. We'd frame this mirror with a picture mold. We'd change that towel bar out of there. Get a nice sprayer up here. We would probably, we may or may not, if we have money, we may bring a tile above the tub unit right here, but it's fiberglass, so we could leave that. Come in with a designer paint. Grays are really hot. They have been the last 2 years. The house we just sold or put under contract, we used Amazing Gray on that one. We used Repose Gray a lot. An Unbelievable Gray. All those are Sherwin-Williams colors. We will strip any wallpaper and just come back with paint. Again, you can see like where the mirror is the silver. You can't really see it here. Here you go at the bottom right here. Where the back case come off the mirror. That mirror is so cheap that we'll just pull it off. But if it's a bigger master mirror, we'll trim it and frame it out and make it look nice and cover up the discoloration. Change all the light fixtures, paint, and good to go. You'll have a nice house. It's got 4 bedrooms. We got some room in the basement that we won't go down there right now, but we would come in and there's something not getting light so much out of this. We would come downstairs into the basement area and go ahead and finish that room out, which is nice. And so you can kind of see where we've gone with all this. We're having some issues with the lighting. So with this model, you can sit from afar, you can passively participate, invest with a group like ours, and get in on these flips. Everybody starts with us at $2,000 to $10,000. They use your credit cards, so they're totally secured. This is the only real estate investment you can do anywhere in the world where you're secured with a money-back guarantee. Not just from us, but from the banks. And that's how we structure it. But look at the yard and everything. So we do all the hunting, and we go through a ton of houses. You can see what this investor tried to do back here. You never would piece in siding repairs like this. So this is masonite siding, or LP siding, which is cardboard basically. And they just pieced it in right here. You would always run full-length boards. They're a different finish. They're a different dimension. You can save a lot of the siding on this house, but you'd want to hand paint it, just like we just did the house up in Sugar Hill. They had the same siding. We replaced what was rotted. We sealed the bottom edges by hand painting, one coat all the way around. And that house, when you look at it, looks like a totally new house. So instead of you taking the risk and trying to do what this fella did, buy this house and lose everything you put into it like he did, you can partner with us, participate with us, benefit from it, get a great return, and stay safe and secure. You're going to have lots of questions, so reach out to us. You can reach us online, or you can call us, either or, text us, whatever you want to do. But you can find us on fixedandsold.com. We've got hundreds, if not thousands, of these projects in our area, and then we're branching out into Charlotte, North Carolina, and probably Orlando, Florida. Not a big push. We have so much to do here, but we're partnered with another company, actually a couple real estate companies want us to come to both of those markets to do some stuff. Whether we will or not, who knows? But we have so much to do right here. You can get a great return and stay, safe and secure, turning properties just like this. Once we're comfortable with each other, you can partner with us on total flips, where you may be the primary lead on that deal. It just depends. But rest assured, I've been doing this for over 20 years in Metro Atlanta. We finally incorporated it into a business model that just made sense. I've done every form and facet of real estate investing you can think of. I've had winners, I've had losers. On projects like this, we never lose. And the fix and sold model will be recession proof. Even when the market crashes, there's people just like this that have a house like this that they have to sell. So we'll either flip it, like this one would be a flip for us, or we come in with fixer-upper listings that people have, that, like the one we did up in Sugar Hill, where we came in, we were the investor partner, we did the repairs, and get paid at closing. So we're totally secured as well with a mechanics lien. Now those are the two aspects of our program. We're either helping sellers turn a house like the one in Sugar Hill, where as is it would have sold for $80,000 to $100,000, We did 20 worth of work, and the house sold immediately for $110,000 more than they would have got for it as is. I wish I'd met this owner before he got into trouble. We could have turned him around if he bought it at the right price. The problem investing in this market, this is Metro Atlanta, or any market in the United States today, if it's a major metropolitan market, there's people like you, wanna-be investors, they're gonna jump out here, they're gonna overpay for the property, or there's hedge funds that have billions of dollars that they've gotta put into action, and they'll pay too much for this house. The only reason they're not after this house is this house in their eyes has mold, it's got structural repairs, it's got rotted siding. They're not gonna make enough money holding on to this property, so they're not gonna pay, what we would pay for it. But because we are who we are, the issues that they see as major issues, we deal with this stuff every day. And the house we just flipped was not as bad off as this one, but pretty close. So those are the aspects of the model. Like I said, you'll have questions. Give us a call, and we'll see you at the next house. Bye for now.